Good morning from Disney's Hollywood Studios. I am here at early entry because we're staying at Pop Century, and I just wanted to get in the park early, which really busy still. The thing about early entry though is that I'll tell you about this maybe a little bit later, but early entry is a lot of resorts, so there's still a lot of people in the morning. But anyways, we are in the park early today because I just want to see what I can get done in a short amount of time. Obviously, I'm going to head over to Rise of Resistance and see what that wait time is, because obviously that is one of the longest wait times in this park at any moment. So let's go see what Rise looks like. So I was having this conversation the other day with Casey, and normally I've always been a Magic Kingdom person and definitely like an Epcot person. Now, that was pre-annual passes. Now that we have annual passes, I've actually told Casey that I think Hollywood Studios is really working its way up to the top of my list. I can't explain why, but we've been spending a lot of time in Hollywood Studios since we've got our AP, and I just love it. I love the feeling of this place. I love the vibe of the place. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I could legitimately stay in Galaxysedge all day and not have to leave. But it's just not that. It's just everywhere else you go inside this park, it's just amazing. The feelings, the vibes, all of it is great. I love it. Let's go check out Rise of Resistance. Also, the other cool thing about today is it's going to be a really long day for me because I'm doing 2 videos out of this potentially. I'm going to be in Hollywood Studios right now for rope drop and early entry. But not only that, I'm also going to be, let's see if we can block that sun. There we go. I'm going to be in the park later tonight for a daddy-daughter date with Harlow. We're going to be doing Fantasmic, and then I have us booked a reservation at Olga's Cantina, and we're going to be in the park past opening, which I'm really excited about, and I think Harlow would be excited about as well. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be a long day. I think it's going to be an extremely fun day, and I'll probably pop back to the hotel and dip in the pool for a little bit as well, but not even open yet to the public, but my plans are foiled already. Rise is long. So I've been in here before at early park entry and legitimately practically almost walked onto Rise. And it's already at a 70-minute wait. And early entry just opened maybe like 5 minutes ago. So I decided there's some low wait times in Toy Story. I'm gonna go ride Slinkydog. I love Rise of Resistance, but I'm not waiting 70 minutes at 8 in the morning for that. But we'll go check out Slinkydog and probably pop back into Galaxysedge because I need my cold brew coffee. Let's see what Slinkydog. So full disclosure too, I've never ridden this. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just a ride that I've never gotten on yet. And I don't know why. I think mainly because before we were AP holders, I didn't have a lot of, we didn't have a lot of time to come here, but now that we do, we come here way more than we've ever have. So I think now it's kind of that finally time where I can just kind of pick and choose what I want to do and have fun doing it. So I know it sounds weird, but this is another one knocked off my list. There's only one more ride, or 2 more rides, Tron, and another one you guys probably never believe, but I still haven't done Flight of Passage yet. Again, it's not that I wouldn't want to, but don't spend a lot of time in Animal Kingdom. But now that I have this, I will definitely do that and knock that off my list so I can hit off all the rides in Walt Disney World. So it is a hot one here already, and it's only 8 a.m., so today's going to be brutal. Today's definitely going to be one of those days, I think, where kind of only stay here for a few hours, head back and hit up the pool, and come back later on, because, I mean, it's already 8 a.m., and I'm already sweating, I'm already hot. Granted, I am wearing a black shirt, but it's my new Bing Bong shirt, so I could not wear it, but yeah, like I said, it is a hot one already, and it's probably going to get hotter and hotter. Just in case you guys wanted to know how to make this.
Good morning, toys, and welcome to Slinkydogdash. In order to keep your wait time as short as possible, we ask that
I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were about to shut that down, and I was gonna be extremely disappointed. Oh man. It was just an announcement for make sure you have a number of people in your party, but I truly thought they were about to shut me down, and that was not gonna be fun at all, but we're good. We're getting on. Fingers crossed, hopefully. I think the one impressive thing about this ride before even getting on it is the theming. Like, Imagineers have literally done, like, everything. It's amazing how they make you feel like you are, like, the size of Andy's things. It's incredible. All of Toy Story Land's like that. Everywhere you go inside of it, it is just insanely immersive. You know, from all, like, the small minuscule details. It's an amazing place. It's a really well done, and I think that's another one of the reasons that I love Hollywood Studios so much, more than I ever have, is because now that I spend more time here, I'm actually getting a chance to see pretty much everything that they have in here. Like in Star Wars, I'm catching new things every time I'm here. Same thing with Toy Story Land. It's such a cool place, and it is such a great job. So a little redaction to my story. So I have tried to get on Slinkydog before, and I thought what happened to me before was about to happen again. I was next in line to get into my cart, and all of a sudden everything just shut down. And then they started moving 2 carts away with nobody in it. I thought the ride was about to shut down again, and then they let us back on. So I don't know what was going on, but I finally got to do it. I finally got Slinkydog knocked off my list of things to do. And it's awesome. It's such a cool ride. I've been trying to get Harlow to do it with me now for a little while because she loves Barnstormer, and I think this would be a perfect upgrade to go from Barnstormer to another roller coaster. So I've been really trying to get her to go on it. I'm hoping I can do that in the future, but if not, we're letting her choose what she wants to do at her own pace. We don't want to force her into doing a roller coaster ride and then ruining it forever. But Slinkydog was awesome. I love that ride. Now, I was thinking about this as I was in line because this and Galaxysedge are in the old original park. So this question I have is, are you new Hollywood Studios or are you MGM? Because now I love all this, but I loved MGM Studios. One of my favorite places to come to when I was a kid. I love the backstage elements of it. It was awesome. I love the streets of New York, but I'm also very torn because I absolutely love Star Wars and I also love Toy Story, and you can't hate on these lands. They are incredibly awesome. So you really can't truly hate on either one of these lands at all. So I just had that question for you. Are you team New Hollywood Studios or are you team MGM? Let me know in the comments what you guys think and we'll start that debate. So whenever you're here in the morning, you have to get one of my favorite drinks. It's the Black Spire Cold Brew from Katsaka's. And to kind of give you a little bit of clearance, or not clearance, but a little bit of guidance of where to go, if you're coming in from Toy Story Land, which is over there, into Batuu, you head just completely straight. You'll come completely straight into here. You will find Kylo Ren's ship and some stormtroopers. And then from Kylo Ren's ship, you will turn left and head this way. So what you'll do is you'll pass Olga's Canteen, we'll come up to the Millennium Falcon. Now, there are several different ways of getting here. This is one of my favorite ways, and the reason why is because I do enjoy the view that you're about to see, especially in the morning where the sun's kind of still like coming up in the sky. And you kind of get to see.
Cantina, this is the way. Come with me.
I do tonight. I'm coming. Right now?
Right now.
Let's do it.
Enjoy all the Cantina has to offer.
Let's do it.
Refreshing air. Enjoy it in all its glory.
Thank you.
This is your first run to the Cantina.
It is.
DJ Rex playing the latest tunes here in the Galaxy for you.
Well, hello.
Would you care to look at the menu and have a libation?
Yes, I would. Well, this is cool. I was on my way to go get my coffee, and I was pulled in here by a Batuu cast member and getting a drink inside of Olga's Canteen. So I can't complain. I was actually coming in here tonight anyways for my date night with Harlow, so why not get an early view of what I'm going to get? This is great. Love it. So now that we're getting something from Olga's Canteen, let's take a look at what we got. So they do have, I've seen a bunch of these before. So you got concoctions with alcohol. I've seen a lot of people like get the fuzzy tauntaun and some other things like that. And then they also do have wine and beer on tap. But I do not drink, so I'm going to go with one of the without alcohols. So without alcohols, you got the Hyperdrive Punch It, you got the Jabba Juice, the Blurred Fire, Carbon Freeze, and the Black Spire Brew, which is the one that I think I'm going to get. Alright, so I got the Black Spire Brew, which is Joffrey's Coffee Cold Brew, which I was going to get anyways. Honey, Palinarum, I'm not sure what that is, so I'm going to look that up. Passion fruit and citrus. It looks phenomenal, first of all. And I was going to go get coffee anyways, so this just completely works for me. And I am the only one in here, so that is even better. Whoa. That is so strange. Like you taste like a little bit of everything. You do taste like coffee, but then you get like this really big punch of passion fruit. And then you get something that's kind of like earthy, which might be that word that I could not explain. And for being a chef and I can't explain a name of something, that means I've never used it or heard of it. So, but this is actually insanely good. Look at this. And again, I'm legitimately in this place by myself. That's awesome.
Yes, those eggs are edible. One's bouncing around. They're a bit close to hatching, so you'll want to trim up real good.
Love them.
Just take to your table, my friend. Take to table fresh.
Nice. Thank you so much, Les. So this is the Carbon Freeze, which is Powerade Lemon Lime, Wild Strawberry Blueberry, and Green Popping Boba, or eggs. They are eggs. Let's give it a whirl. Oh my God. That is so good. That is so good. Look at it. Are these the eggs from Mandalorian? I think they are. They look just like it. And I'll show you why. So, bartender Les told me that these are where the eggs come from. And I'm pretty sure, yep, that is from the Mandalorian. Well, sweet deal. Alright, well, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. And that was a good flow to have. Olga's Canteen. I was just pointing Olga's Canteen out as a landmark on my way to get the coffee. And like I said, the cast member from Batuu just said, "Do you want to come in?" And I walked in, no reservation, empty. There was no one in there for probably the first 5 or 10 minutes that I was there. Got to try a couple of the non-alcoholic drinks, which were absolutely amazing. That the fuzz, or I forgot the name of it already, but the one that had like the popping balls in it that came out like smoking and bubbling, incredibly good. I actually, that was the one on the menu that I looked at that I really had no interest in even getting because of the Powerade element, but it wasn't too Powerade-y. It was actually really good. So I definitely suggest that one, and I actually have a little daddy-daughter date here tonight, and we're actually coming to Olga's Canteen, so this is actually really cool to kind of get a sneak peek of what I'm going to be doing tonight. But, well, I don't really need coffee anymore, but let's go show you where the coffee is, just because I was already talking about it, and then we'll go on from there. Alright, so from Olga's Canteen, this is the view that I was telling you about as one of my favorites in the morning. Unfortunately, a lot of people have come in here since then, so it's not as empty as it normally is. The cool thing early in the morning for early entry is that this area is practically a ghost town. There's no one here, and you can get some really amazing shots of the Millennium Falcon, and then also just the Black Spires as well. But if you take a left from Millennium Falcon and you go up these steps right here,
Hey, go find this thing.
you will come to this building here. And once you enter this building, this is where you can get your Ronto wraps, which I'm sorry to say, a lot of people, I don't know what people's opinions are, but I think the Ronto wrap is one of the best quick service food items in all of Walt Disney World, in my opinion. But you come through here, and this right here is where you get your coffee. I'm good now, though. I've had 2 drinks at Olga's Canteen, and I'm good to go. Let's see where the rest of this day takes us. Well, I changed my mind. After walking past it, I realized that I just could not get my coffee this morning. I love this coffee drink. I talk about it all the time. I just been wanting it all day, or all morning so far. So as soon as I walked past it, I was like, nah, I'm gonna turn back around and go get it. So coffee acquired. So if you guys haven't had this coffee yet, it's Joffrey's cold brew with like a cream cheese foam and then Cocoa Puffs. It's really good, and I'm not a sweet coffee person at all, but this stuff is fantastic. It's one of my favorite coffee drinks around, and I'm a huge Joffrey's fan. And like I said, I normally just get the nitro cold brew from Joffrey's, but this is incredible. And it's like I said, it's super strong coffee, so it kind of cuts through a lot of that sweetness. It's really good. So I haven't been into the Droid Depot in a while, so let's go in there and see what type of new merchandise they have, and also I can kind of show you a few things about what you can get inside of these Droid Depots. So this is just a typical merchandise store. You know, you got your BB-8, you got all your R2-D2s, you got all your different droids, BD-1, C-1, 10P. And then you just got a ton of different merchandise as well that you can get. A lot of it's kid related, because this is a very kid friendly thing to do with a lot of the kids. But all of it's specific to this area. So these are all droid builders. You got unique coffee mugs that you really can't get anywhere else. I haven't seen these at all anywhere other than here. Mainly because they're specific to droid builders. But it's a really cool thing in here as well. I like it. It's just a really cool place. And then over here is where you could actually build your droids. So when you go in there, you have your different stations, and then you have a conveyor belt all the way over there that you can get all your parts from, and you can build your droids. Just kidding, you don't get the parts off that. They give you your parts to build them. But yeah, you can come in here and you can build your own droids, which is a really cool thing to do. And then the store just continually stretches on, and it's all about droids. So if you're someone that loves Star Wars and loves the droids of Star Wars, this place is by far the place for you, because you can get everything here, including, is this a Spirit jersey? No, it's not. That's pretty cool though for a kid. I don't think Harlow knows much about droids. Like I said, she's more of like a Grogu person. So if there's like more Grogu things, I bet she would like it. She does know who R2-D2 is though, and she does love R2-D2. So there is a chance she may actually enjoy some of this as well. And speaking of R2-D2, they do have a ton of R2-D2 stuff here. These look like they're mixing bowls for your kitchen. They got glasses, wine stoppers, aprons, ton of really cool stuff in here. So if you're a Star Wars fan, droid fan, this is it. Let's go look at the antiquities. And located just up these stairs from the Droid Depot is the Den of Antiquities. This, in my opinion, is one of the coolest stores that they have inside Galaxysedge. Everything from just the like artwork that's on the walls to what you can buy in here. I mean, you can buy everything in here, from actual like legit costuming. So if you wanted to look like a Jedi, you wanted to look like Rey, I mean, they have it all in here. I could not imagine wearing this right now in Florida sun, but they have it if you want to. But yeah, you can literally deck yourself out and look like everybody. But the cool thing about this place is that they just have like unique like decorations in here. And it's, in my opinion, it's one of the coolest stores. And it's one of the coolest designed buildings in this area. But yeah, you can buy your lightsabers here as well. So down there you have all your different lightsabers that you can build. And then you have just a ton of different merchandise. If you're someone who doesn't want to buy like a really expensive lightsaber, they do have the cheaper options. But this is where you can come and you can build a really nice lightsaber. But yeah, if you wanted to be a part of the dark side, you can come over here and actually deck yourself out and actually be a part of the dark side. It's just really cool. They got such neat things in here. This is one of the coolest pieces. And by the way, this is for sale. $350 for Vader's helmet. It's actually not bad, to be honest with you, for that type of artwork. But yeah, they got a bunch of stuff in here. Everything that you would possibly need to deck yourself out, to be immersed in Batuu, be a part of the First Order, or, you know, part of Kylo Ren's group. You can do it. So, First Order, Resistance, whatever you want to do, they have it inside the antiquities. I think for me, one of the most impressive things being a Star Wars fan is just the intricacy, detail that they put into the Millennium Falcon. I mean, it is just insane, the level of detail that they put into this. Obviously, we don't know what the Millennium Falcon, well, I mean, this is probably the closest representation that we know of what the Millennium Falcon would look like. So I think when we say that, you know, that this is probably close to it, I mean, this is. We don't know, because guess what? There wasn't a Millennium Falcon until Disney Imagineering built it. It is just insane. And by the way, fun fact, when you're here, look for the hidden miniature version of the Millennium Falcon that they built and hid inside the actual prop itself. I had to swap out my fuel rod real quick. If you're someone who uses like your phone a lot or whatever else it is, so I use my phone for filming. This is one of the best buys that you can get at Disney. It's $30 brand new for this fuel rod, and then you literally just exchange it whenever you want to. And I actually have it for my rigging. So I have an iPhone rigging, and that's what I do all my filming on. And it comes out perfect because I just keep this plugged in throughout the day. My phone doesn't get hot at all, the charger doesn't get hot, and I just replace it when it gets low. So, little fun fact for you guys, if you guys do use it, one of the best buys possible. Let's take a stroll down Sunset Boulevard. See, this is one of the reasons I think that this is becoming one of my top parks right now, is just the look of it. It's just such a beautiful place to come to. So I really wanted to try to ride some more rides, but I cannot believe the wait times right now, and it's not even 10 a.m. yet. I'm going to insert right now some of the times at this current moment that I'm speaking. It's insane. 105 minutes for Tower of Terror. I think it's 130 minutes for Slinkydogdash, and over 100 minutes for Rise of the Resistance. And those are just the three big ones. Unfortunately, right now, Rock and Roller Coaster is down. So I think that's one of the reasons, is that that's also another high wait time. So everyone's kind of flocking to the other areas. But those are insane. And that's not even all of it. I mean, everything else, Smuggler's Run is pretty high. Everything is super high right now. So I don't know if like riding any rides are in the cards today, but that's fine because I enjoy just walking around and kind of taking in the sights. So I think what we'll do is we're going to head back and we're going to go check out one man's dream, the Walt Disney Museum that's here, that has a bunch of his memorabilia. Because I'm going to be back here later tonight to do Fantasmic and everything, and we'll see where that day brings us. So Walt Disney Presents, they have two different attractions in here. They have Walt Disney's One Man Dream, but they also have Meet Ariel from the live action movie, which we did a couple weeks ago with Harlow, and it was actually really cool. Really awesome meet and greet, and great character as well. But this is the inside of this building, and it starts with Walt Disney and his iconic photo from his Burbank home with Mickey in the shadows. And then from there, like I said, it's a trip down memory lane, and it's everything from Walt's early years of filming all the way to him planning Disney and to even building Disneyland itself. And it's just an incredible thing if you are a history buff. And for me, I'm a history buff, especially when it comes to Disney. This is a really amazing place that I tell everyone not to miss because of the nostalgia and the history that's actually in this. There's Walt with one of my favorite attractions, the Tiki Room. It's really cool. I mean, it's Walt Disney. One of the cool features of this little exhibit right here is this desk, which is Walt Disney's actual desk from his childhood. Those are actually his initials that he carved into it. And for prosperity, it's right there. That's a picture of Walt with his desk of his initials that he carved in when he was just a young boy. This is actually Harlow's new favorite. Disney just put this on Disney Plus. She is in love with the Skeleton Dance. She watches it probably like 10 times a day. And it's one of her new favorite things, which I actually find is really funny because it's such a simple cartoon. But if you look at the technology of those days, this is actually pretty inventive. So the last thing I wanted to show you in this attraction is probably one of the coolest, and I know I said that before, but I will honestly say it's one of the coolest things in this attraction. And this is the original Abraham Lincoln animatronic from the World's Fair. So if you guys don't know the backstory of it, when Walt Disney created Abraham Lincoln for the World's Fair, the hydraulic fluid that used to run through it was red. Well, when they were doing a preview of the Abraham Lincoln Great Moments with Lincoln exhibit, he actually had a leak of hydraulic fluid and it looked like he was shot. So it looked like he was bleeding. So they quickly scrambled and changed it to a clear hydraulic fluid. And this is actually the original Abraham Lincoln from the World's Fair. I know it's kind of hard to see because of the glass. There's a lot of weird glares. But this is such a unique thing that you don't get to see normally. And then this was the actual programming console that they used to actually operate Lincoln, which is really neat because if you look at here, you can see that there's like the body and there's a bunch of different buttons that control every different little figure of it. But that is the original animatronic from the World's Fair, the one that actually bled the red hydraulic fluid. Just such a cool, classic, iconic thing of Disney history. I wish it was a little bit more lit up and not as glary because you guys need to see this in person. It's really, really cool. But just to maybe give you some context so you can kind of see, this is the actual animatronic right there that was there. Really cool, really amazing building to be in. I highly recommend you check it out. So I apologize for kind of like some of the lighting there, but unfortunately you can't control it. I even tried changing camera settings to make it easier. But with all the different lights and the glass cases in there, sometimes it makes it hard to even film. But I do want to say that if you didn't really get to see much of that Abraham Lincoln, if you're ever at Hollywood Studios, you need to check it out. It is one of the coolest props, I think, personally, that is on Disney property that you can see. And I think the only reason why is because of the story of it. The 64 World's Fair was one of the biggest events for Walt Disney, and that Abraham Lincoln was really truly the birth of animatronics. So when it comes to actual like animatronics and everything like that, that was really truly the birth of like really big animatronics of what we see today. And to see the actual first animatronic of that in person is just absolutely incredible. So check out that when you're here. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. It's so cool. So what a morning at Hollywood Studios. It is only like 10:30. I got in here at 8 o'clock. So I've only been here for 2.5 hours. And honestly, like what I've done so far, even though I didn't get a chance to ride a lot of rides, it has been an incredible morning here. And I'm really happy you guys came along with it. And like I said, it was kind of an impromptu. I didn't really know what I was actually going to do this morning. I knew I originally came in and I wanted to hit Rise. Ride was so long, but luckily I was able to do Slinkydog and then had some Disney magic when I hit up Olga's Canteen. That was just a rarity. I was just walking by to show you guys how to get to my favorite coffee spot and invited into Olga's before they were even open. You can't complain about that. That was insanely awesome. And then just a really fun day of just checking out some nostalgic stuff. So let me know how you guys like the video in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. And also I did ask a couple questions there too. Give me your feedback and your opinions on some of that stuff, including like Little Mermaid and Star Wars, the area. Just let me know what you think because I really want to truly, truly know. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this day, maybe hop in a pool back at the Pop Century because it is already a warm one. But I thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys get to Hollywood Studios soon and check out all this stuff for yourself. And I will see you guys again on the next video. Thank you so much. Have a magical day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.